Hi everyone, Jill Lancet. How are you? Now, I don't know about you, but I got heaps of Christmas cards over the Christmas period, and you take them down and you think, now what am I going to do with those? Well, we're not even touching a stamp today, but here's a cute little way to recycle some of your Christmas cards for next year. Now, it started with this little card here. And this is from my mum and dad. It's just a little gift card. But I was so taken with the little kookaburras. Now, that's an Australian native bird. And sometimes they call them laughing kookaburras. But look, they got little Christmas hats on them. And I was so taken by that cuteness. And it's got some red foil on it. And these are red gum flowers. Now they're gum leaves. This is a gum tree they're sitting in, and this is the flower that comes out, and they're absolutely beautiful and vibrant in colour. So I didn't want to throw this out. I didn't want to waste it. So come with me while I turn this into a new card. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get my little trimmer out, and I'm going to cut this along that fold. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'm putting the fold down along the edge of this little trimmer, and I've got this perfectly little square. Now I want to make sure it is square, so I'm just going to measure that. It's about 9.4, hopefully, by 9.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that a little millimetre off and make it square. Now that's all that I trimmed off there. So now it lends itself to being a square card. So what I have here is a square card base. Now it looks a bit lost on there, I think you'll agree. So I'm going to add some things onto it. Now this is not Stampin' Up, okay? But the products I'm going to use are Stampin' Up. And if you'd like to see more of these products, go to my online store here. If you've got any questions about this, there's my email address. And it'd be really lovely if you could like, subscribe and share this video amongst your friends. And if you do order anything and it's under $250, there is this month's host code. That's enough about that. We're not using any stamp sets. We're using recycling, some Christmas cards, and you can do this with a lot of Christmas cards. You may need to tweak them, you may need to cut them, you may need to make them different sizes, but this one started out as a square. So what I've done is I've got some real red. Look at that. Real red. Now I have, where is my little piece of paper? Thank you very much. I've worked out the sizes for this. I think I've worked it out. Now the card base starts out at 13.5 square. Okay, so I've made the real red base 12.5 square. So I've got this nice white border. Now that ties in with the background. This is the way I look at things, okay? It's got a white background. I need to tie white in there some way. But I want to pick up another colour. So I'm going to go with crumb cake because the branch of the tree is as close to crumb cake as you're ever going to get. So I've got a piece of crumb cake here. Now I've worked this out, I hope, so that I have a very small red border there. Look, let's just go ahead and make it. I started with that one there, the real red, which is 12.5 by 12.5 in centimetres. And now I'm going to cut the crumb cake to be 12.2. So I'm making it 3 centimetres smaller. That is going to give a tiny little 1.5 millimetre border. So 12.2 over there. Now, of course, you could use your trimmer. Your paper trimmer's got both measurements on it. And but I'm in a bit of a hurry today and I can't find it. Trust me. I'm in the middle of getting some new shelving in here and I'm just scared. I'm scared to pull it all out so that I can put the new stuff in. So everything's everywhere. So 12.2 by 12.2. Now, if you're looking here, that's 12. And I just want to go 2 little millimeters. 1, 2, past 12. Now, it's all happening outside of my house at the moment. We're in the height of summer here in Australia and we have daylight savings. So everybody's out, still out, mowing their lawns and doing all that sort of stuff while it's a bit cooler. So we've got this tiny little border and that's what I wanted. Now, if you wanted to, you could die cut something out of the center of this. I'm not going to bother. I've got those and that's going on the card like that. Now the next layer is another real red layer and it's going to be 9.7. Now you might be thinking that doesn't add up. Well, it's not just a little 2 millimeter border for this one. 9.7, you'll see in 1 minute exactly how this is going to come together. So 9, 5, 6, 7. Now, these measurements are going to mean nothing if the card you're recycling is different. But it's an idea to help you think outside the square, outside the box, and recycle those things. 9.7. So there we go, 9.7. Now that is going on there like that. Yeah, it is a big border, but don't worry. Because once we put our little card on there, it's going to have that same 1.5 millimeter border on there. But I want to do something first to the crumb cake. Now all this is scrap. I can use this for something else. Let's pop that out of the way because this is how quick this card comes together. So with our crumb cake, I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. I've got my blending brush here. Now you'll notice in this branch there is various shades of this crumb cake colour, this brown colour. So I thought what I would do is just take my blending brush and just go around the edges of the crumb cake. Because there's so much of it showing, I just thought this would make it a little bit vintagey. And I'm just going very lightly around the edges. I don't want this to be too far down into the card base itself. I just want it on the edges. Now I'm kind of holding this at a bit of an angle and just doing little circular movements. So it's not going too far down. Now you can see it better when I move it away from where it's inked on here. And I always like to do the corners. You know, I like to give them a little bit of a extra treatment. Okay, so this is going to be an extremely quick video. For your Thursday night. Forgot what day it was for a second there. Oh my gosh, we're still, like, we live across the road from a school on a very busy road. We're on the corner. And I used to tell my days of the week by when the kids were at school, because all the parents would come, they'd drop their kids off, they'd pick them up in the afternoon. They're on school holidays, so some days I don't even know what day it is. But there you go, that's what happens when you don't have a regular job. Okay, so I've done that now. That can go out of the way, and we can just pop this thing together now. So first of all, I want to layer this onto my real red piece. Okay, so if you're wondering, that's why I've got a bit of music happening. There's lawns being mowed around the place. Must be a good day to do the lawns, I think. So I'm just putting a bit of liquid glue on there. Look, if you're interested in my little glue holder, nearly every video somebody asks me about it. I have made a video showing you how to make it yourself. Just go back through my library. It's called You Asked For It. And yeah, it just shows you how quickly, cheaply and easily you can make your own glue holder. Right, now that is going on there. As I said, a very small little red border. Give that a minute for the glue to grab. Okay. I'm also getting busy for my next class, which is this coming Sunday, and it's Thursday. And while it's all in my head, it's actually not in physical form just yet. So yes, I am going to be extremely busy tomorrow being Friday, because on Saturday I am babysitting, and we haven't had our little granddaughter for a couple of weeks over this very busy holiday period. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but it puts a little bit of pressure on me. But you know, we'll see how that goes. See me Sunday night. Ask me about it then. So I'm just popping the crumb cake piece onto the other real red. Right, there we go. And when this all comes together, I hope, because I've only got this one card, this one little Kookaburra card, I can't really bugger this up. So there's that. Now I'm going to pop this on here, gluing this straight on. And this is a great way to recycle. Keep those bits and pieces out of the bins, out of the landfill, and reuse them. I mean, you know, why not? Reuse wherever you can. That's my motto. You know the story about boxes. I have boxes. I have a thing for boxes. So there's that. Now, that little bit of inking around there, to me, that just makes that. Now, I'm going to pop this up. Now, this does not need anything else. We've got a bit of foil happening there, and I think that's going to be enough. Now, did you know that we have dimensional sheets? How handy is that? So I can just, instead of sitting here putting all of these Stampin' Dimensionals on everywhere, I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to cut a square like that. And these are like Teflon coated scissors. They're meant to not be sticky. You know, they're meant to resist stickiness, but you know, every now and again you've still got to clean them. But look, how quick is that? So that's going on there like that. I'm probably still rubbish at getting those things off the back, but there you go. There we go, look at that. And in one fell swoop, that thing is up on dimensionals. Now let's just get that centered up, I hope. Let me look. Let me look. I'm going to slightly tilt that so I can see what I'm doing here. That is a card for nothing. A card for nothing. What do you think about that? I think that's lovely. Now inside you could put a panel of the red and the crumb cake, and then put another square of white for your message, or not. Just leave it plain, stamp your Christmas greeting on there, and That's a card that was saved from the garbage, and it's made another gorgeous card that's usable. Please, if you think that's a good idea, give me a thumbs up. Even if you don't think it's a good idea, give me a thumbs up, please. Anyway, look, thank you so much for sharing your Thursday evening with me, and I will see you guys on Sunday. I could be a little bit frazzled, but, you know, that's how it rolls around here. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Take care.